Okay, simultaneous linear equation in two variables. What is the purpose of us solving the simultaneous linear equation in two variables? What is the purpose? The purpose is to find the value of that two variable. Okay, for example, you have gone through the life worksheet, right? For example, Lee's age is 4 times his son's age. So we don't know how old is Lee, we don't know how old is his son. So that is the way for us, we try to solve the simultaneous linear equation, and then we can get the age of Lee and also his son. Okay, so that is the purpose. Now we try to look at this one. I start from the simplest simultaneous linear equation. So solve the simultaneous linear equation using the substitution method. Again, why do we call it simultaneous linear equation?
Serentak.
Yeah, serentak, because we have two equations over here. We have to solve it simultaneously. Okay, so using the substitution method, you can see I give you the simplest one, x equal to 1, y equal to 2x. Okay, when does it consider you have solved the simultaneous linear equation? When do we consider you have solved it or finished it? When?
When you find the value of x and y.
Very good. When you found the value of x equal to something, when you found the value of y equal to something. Okay, so over here, you see, I have already given x equal to 1, means we've already got the value of x. So you just need to find the value of y over here. Okay, so what we do is the same thing. You got to start from the beginning by labeling it as the first and the second equation. So from the equation given, you can rewrite. Okay, it's better for you to rewrite x equal to 1. This is equation 1. Y equal to 2x. This is equation 2. So now we already have the value of x. We need to find the value of y. So we just need to substitute the value of x into the value of y over here. Okay, so right now,
Madam.
Yes?
Tiffany just left because her Wi-Fi problem.
Oh, her Wi-Fi problem, huh? Okay, never mind. I'm going to send the video later on. Make sure you all watch that later on. So I'm going to use the substitution method. Substitute lah, huh? Substitute x equal to 1 into which equation right now? Substitute. Substitute x equal to 1 into which equation?
Equation 2.
Yes, equation 2, because we get the x equal to 1 from the first one, right? So we substitute into the second equation. So I write down 2 here. Okay, after that, I'm going to write the y, copy down from equation 2. Y equal to 2x. So the x right now, because we already substitute the x equal to 1, this x here will be 1 from here. Okay, so we get the answer already. It is 2 times 1 equal to 2. So this one is the simplest one. We already found out when x equal to 1, y equal to 2. So we found out, you can just say, therefore, although the x is already given, x equal to 1, y equal to 2. Okay? This is the simplest one. You don't have to substitute another time because we already have the value of x. For those who, the question that you done before, we don't have the value of one of it. That's why you have to substitute twice. After you get the value of y, you substitute again into the first one to get the value of x. Okay, now I'm giving you a second question over here that is a bit getting more and more difficult, but still quite easy. X equal to 4, and then 2y plus x equal to 10. So the first thing is we need to label it as equation 1, equation 2. Okay, so I'm going to substitute. Which one into which one is the easier?
Substitute x equals to 4 into 2.
Very good. Substitute x equal to 4 into 2, because this one is the simplest form. Okay, so I'm going to substitute into 2y plus x, or 2y plus the x right now is 4 equal to 10. So 2y is 10. Send the 4 over, become
Nine.
minus 4, correct. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So 2y is equal to 6. If you want to write down the y directly, y equal to 6 over 2. So the answer is 3.
3.
So now we already have the value of y, which is equal to 3, and the x is equal to 4. So that's all. We don't have to do another substitution. Okay, now comes another equation. That is, I show the one in your work, the live worksheet. So for those who haven't had in the live worksheet, this one, make sure you pay attention because I'm going to discuss it right now. So live worksheet. These are the people that haven't hand in the live worksheet. Look for your name. From here also can, just from the side lah. Ahmad Dawisi, Anis, Awang Haris, Dayang Nogis, Gabriela, Jaden. Always the same person who haven't hand in your work. Muhammad Habib, Nur Alia, Nur Khairunisa, Nur Shazira, Nur Aina, Sharifa, Yusuf. You see? Always the same name. I'm going to keep repeating in the next lesson so that you let your friends see your name. So today I'm going to explain 2 questions from here. So since I'm already discussed with you later on, you already have the answer. Make sure go back home, you do all of it and then capture the picture to me. Okay, so the question that I given you in the live worksheet, this is the first question. Some of you did it correctly because there are something that I want to mention over here. Some of you did it correctly over here, but then you got it wrong. Actually, nothing wrong. Because of the system, we cannot input so many answers. So that's why you got it wrong. But then when I check your answer, I notice it's not wrong. It's correct. That's why I give you a 5, meaning that you can get a band 5 over there. Okay? That's why I ask you to capture the whole screen so that I can see if you got it wrong. Is it correct that the system make it wrong or is it really wrong? Okay, now we look at the question here. 2m minus n equal to 8. So this is the first equation. 4m plus 3n equal to 6. This is the second equation. Okay, it's up to you where you want to do it. But then from this one, they already said from 1 to m minus n equal to 8. Actually, you don't have to copy down lah. But never mind, you copy down over here. So you want to find which one as the subject. So this one is 1n actually, negative 1n. It will be easier for you to get it as the subject. Make it as the subject. Why? Because 2m minus n equal to 8. If you use 2m as the subject, also can, it becomes 8 plus n. And then later on, it will become a fraction, 8 plus n over 2. So when you do substitution later on into the equation, it will be a bit tedious for you to solve the one with fraction. So we keep the n over here. Okay, negative n is equal to 8 minus 2m. You send the 2m to the right. Therefore, if it is positive n, it will be, what you have to do is you just have to multiply the whole thing with the negative sign, right? So some of you, you give me 8 multiplied by negative, it becomes negative 8. Negative 2 times negative becomes positive 2m. So this is what you give in the equation. Your answer is not wrong, but then usually we have to write down the first term over here in a positive form. That's why the correct answer over here, it is 2m minus 8.
2m minus 8.
We have to change the positive one in front. Okay, but then this one, still nothing wrong. It is still correct. Okay, we keep the second one. The first one we don't want. So it is 2m minus 8. Now, substitute 3 into 2. So we are going to substitute this one. This one is the third one, 2m minus 8, third one. Substitute into the second equation. So we are going to substitute the n over here, this n into the n here. So 4m plus 3n equal to 6, copy down everything except the n. You are going to replace with this n, which will be 2m minus 8. And then I found some of you have problem multiply this one. So this one is still the same. You copy down. 3 times 2 is 6n. And then 3 times 8 is negative 24, right? So you can see the next step over here, they help you to move the 24 to the right. Negative 24 move to the right becomes positive 24. So the remaining here, 6m plus 4m is 10m. 6 plus 24 is equal to?
30.
30.
Okay, so you can write down the 30 over here. So we can get the value of m already. M is equal to 30 divided by 10. So the is 3. Okay.
3.
Now we get the m equal to 3 already. This one is up to you. You can put down as equation 4. But then because the question already write like this, substitute m equal to 3 into 3. So you don't have to put equation 4 lah. But in the normal way, if you want to put equation 4 also can, then you don't have to write this anymore. Because m minus 3 equal to equation 4. So you just write down substitute 4 into 3 also can. Okay, now we are going to substitute the m here. The m into equation 3. So you look for equation 3. This is equation 3. So we are going to substitute into this m right now here. So you can see everything you copy down, n equal to 2m minus 8 here, n equal to 2m minus 8. But the m here will be replaced by 3. So you substitute the 3. 2 times 3 equal to 6, right? 6 minus 8 is negative 2. Okay. Therefore, the value of m down here is 3 and n is equal to negative 2. So finish already for the first question. For the 13 person who haven't done it, make sure you got this right because I have already opened the answer to you. And then for those who got it wrong, less than 5 marks, you can resubmit again. Resubmit again, and then I'm going to change your band. If you get it full marks, I'm going to change to band 5. Some of you get 1 and some of you get 3 marks only. So now I'm going to discuss the last question over here is the problem solving using the substitution method. Okay, Mr. Lee is 4 times as old as his son. This is the one that I mentioned just now lah. In 5 years time, dalam 5 tahun akan datang, the sum of their ages will be 60 years. Means Mr. Lee add up with his son's age, their total is 60. Okay, I write like this. Lee plus his son is equal to 60 years old in 5 years time. Okay, how old are they right now? So we don't know how old are they right now. You have to do calculation using the simultaneous linear equation. So let Mr. Lee age be x years old and his son it be y years old. So this is the assumption. Lee is x, his son is y. Okay, this one is giving you the steps slowly one by one. So that is very easy to solve. Mr. Lee is 4 times as old as his son. If Lee is x and his son is y, so x is equal to how many y?
4y.
Very good. 4y. Directly you just write down 4y. Next, sum of their age after 5 years is equal to 16. After 5 years meaning that if your age after 5 years, you just have to add 5, right? Like mine right now. If I am 30 years old, I add 5, I become 35. So after 5 years, Mr. Lee's age, you see Mr. Lee is x right now. So after 5 years, it will be x
Plus 5.
x plus 5. Just x plus 5. And then his son age is y, right? Y. After 5 years, y plus 5. Equal to 60. So then we solve this part over here. Okay. 5 plus 5 is
10.
10, right? And then the x and y, you just need to separate them. X plus y plus 10 equal to 60. So now the remaining, you can see x plus y, they give you as the guidance already. So it's equal to 60 minus 10. It is 50.
50.
Okay, I move up a bit. Now, substitute 1 into 2. So we have to substitute the x equal to 4y into this. substitute into 2, meaning the x here, you replace the x right now. So you can see it's a blank over here, meaning that I'm going to replace the x with 4y. So I write down 4y. So you just need to calculate 4y plus y. How many y?
5y.
So 5y equal to 50. Y is equal to
10.
10.
10. Very good. So now we have this already. You just substitute the y equal to what into 1? Y equal to what here?
10.
Yeah, it's from the previous one. It's from the previous line. The y equal to 10. Then you just copy down. Okay, y substitute into 1 because you have to get the value of x. See? That is the easiest. You already get your y. Y is found, but then you haven't got your x. So that's why we substitute into the 1 to get the value of x. So the y over here, you have to replace it with 10. See? X equal to 4y. X equal to 4 times. The y will be replaced with 10.
10.
So 4 times 10, 40.
E.
Therefore, you can see already from here, y represent whose age?
Is Mr. Lee's son.
Right. The x represent Mr. Lee's age. So over here, Mr. Lee is how many years old?
40.
40, because the x is 40. And then his son is
10 years old.
so we also get the answer from this one just now. The y is equal to 10. So 10 years old. Okay, meaning in 5 years' time, their age is 60. So you can check. 5 years' time, Mr. Lee will be 45. 5 years' time, his son will be 15. So when you add up together, 60 or not?
Yes.
Yes, right. Okay, so make sure you got these two correct for the 13% who haven't done it just now. Okay, I'm going to carry on. I notice your basic is quite poor. That's why today we are going to do some quiz. You can take out a piece of paper and a pencil. Everyone, you get ready. And also your calculator. In your GC, I've given you the new quiz just now. So you go and open your GC. We do it together. Everyone, you do it right now. You can see the linear equation quiz over here. This one is very simple. You just need to solve this right down. I think we can solve it within 2 minutes. Everyone go and open the quizzes right now. And then you paste your mark into the Google Class later on. So you can press the start. There are 10 questions altogether. Everyone, I give you about 3 minutes to solve it. Okay, good. So I'll show you the question here. The first one, solve 3x minus 10 equal to 2 minus x. You know how to solve it? Do you know how to solve it? I just explained to you lah. So 3x minus 10 equal to 2 minus x. You have to group the like terms together. You have to group the x together. We need to solve the x. So 3x plus x is equal to 2 plus 10. 3x plus x is 4x. 2 plus 10 is 12. So x is 12 divided by 4. The answer is 3. So you can see from here, the option answer is 3. Okay, next question. Solve 4x plus 5 equal to 3x plus 9. So 4x plus 5 equal to 3x plus 9. Again, you group the x together.
Right.
So it will be 4x minus 3x equal to 9 minus 5. 4x minus 3x is 1x. So we just write down the x is equal to 4. Therefore, we have the answer of 4 here. Okay, number 3, negative 5 plus 2p equal to 23. So negative 5 plus 2p equal to 23. 2p is 23 plus 5. 23 plus 5 is 28. So if 2p is 28, p is 28, divide by 2, the answer is 14. So let's check. So we have the answer 14, this one. Okay, next, 10 equal to 7 minus x. A lot of you might have problem with this one. 10 equal to 7 minus x. So what you do is you can exchange the position first. 7 minus x equal to 10. Continue. Negative x is 10 minus 7. So 10 minus 7 is a 3. Negative x is a 3. Positive x is negative 3. Just opposite. So from here, you will be able to get negative 3. Okay, next one. Which equation has x equal to 5 as the solution? Means you have to solve this. So to have the 5 as the solution is this one. 2x equal to 10, x equal to 10 divided by 2. So we have a 5. So the answer is this. Number 6. Find the value of x if x plus 5 equal to 9. So if we want to find x, x is 9 minus 5. The answer is 4. This one is simple, right? 5z equal to 30. So z is 30 divided by 5. The answer is 6.
6.
And then this one, this is the same question like just now. The answer is negative 3. Number 9, what is the value of x minus 6 equal to 5 here? So to get the value of x, it is 5 plus 6 is 11. Okay, last one. Y over 6 equal to 3. So I show it to you. Y over 6 equal to 3. We need to find the y here, right? So y is 3 times 6. The answer is 18. Okay, 18. How many of you get full marks? Raise up your hand. Good, thank you, Isma Honey. Let me see how many of you get full marks. One, two, three. One. Where is the raise up your hand already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 get full marks. Very good. You already understand how to solve linear equation. How many of you actually? The one that raised up the hand. Oh, up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, great. Okay, do you have fun with it? Not easy, right? You have to calculate. Okay, you can lower down your hand. We carry on with our lesson. Let's see how many already handed in. Okay, 24 turned in already. 13 not yet, 13 of you. Hey, how come 13 not yet? No, never mind. So I go on. Now, just want to recall back what you have learned in the last lesson. When the condition of the straight line, you still remember this one? When your line is intersecting, for example, you have these two lines like this, intersect at one point, okay? Means you solve the simultaneous linear equation using the substitution method. So you have one point over here, means you have unique solution. If you have a parallel line, so the line doesn't intersect at all, so there's no solution. And then if the line is overlapping, for example, you have a line here, and then it overlaps with another line here, exactly the same. So infinite solution, meaning that there are a lot of solution in infinity, not finished. Okay, because anyway can be the solution on the line, and then the line can be extended till no way that you can find. So it's infinite. Tidak habis, Okay, now I carry on. I have another quiz over here. We are going to do it together. You can see, right, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Can or not? Can see or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Some of you left the meeting. No, Winnie left the meeting. Hello, can you see? The
Yes.
screen?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, yes,
Yes.
I can't hear you clearly. Okay, good. Now, just now, can you hear me or not when I explain?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
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 So let's check this together, because this one is related to what we have learned in the previous lesson. Okay, look at the first question here. I'm not sure whether you can see this or not. These two lines intersect at. Can you see the figure here? Can you see the
Yes.
Yes, madam.
4 negative.
Not sure whether you can
Negative
see it.
4.
Okay, never mind. I share the link to you. Yeah, barely. I share the link to you. Everyone do this right now, but then you just need to type how many marks you get later on. Type only. Okay? So, but one thing, you be honest, don't cheat, Copy the link for you. Hold on, okay, this one. Okay, I put it here. So everyone, you go and do it right now. I think there are only 10 questions. This one is easier because you can just direct get the answer from the graph. Not much calculation. Okay, you do it now. And then you just need to type down your mark in the comment of your word here. For example, the first one, Ahmad Darwisi. In your word, you can add comment, right? So you just type in the comment on how much you get. We look at this question here. Question number 5. Paysan Seth. Can you see this? Now I'm going to teach you how to draw a proper graph because I notice a lot of you can't follow the correct step. So let us see this question number 5 here is from your book. Paysan saved only 10 cent and 20 cent coins in her coin box. Her total savings is RM5. Draw a graph to represent the situation. So what do we need to do is we need to form up equation first because both the unit given are cent and RM. So what you need to do is form up equation. 10 cent we assume is X, 20 cent we assume is Y. So 10X plus 20Y is equal to RM5 is equal to 500 cent, right? So we write down 500. Okay? And then we are going to continue over here with the table of value. Table of value, I can make it simple. You just need to write down X and Y. After that, you are going to fill in the value over there. So if the X is equal to 0, what is the value of the Y? So if you don't know how to do it, you can just write down 10 times 0 plus 20Y is equal to 500. So 10 times 0 in front is 0. 20Y is equal to 500. Are you okay, class? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, I carry on. So Y is equal to 500 divided by 20. 500. Oops, sorry. Hold on. 500 divided by 20. So you can cancel the 0. 50 divided by 20 is 25. So the answer over here in the table of value, again, remind you, this is table of value. Some of you don't know what is a table of value. Okay, so next, if the Y is equal to 0, what is the value of X? So I'm going to substitute the value of 0 into the Y. Therefore, 10X plus 20 times 0 equal to 500. So 10X is equal to 500. X is the same thing over here, is 500 divided by 10. So X is 50. I write down 50 here. Next, they ask you to draw a graph to represent the situation. So we need to draw the graph with the value of 0 and 50 for the x-axis, with the value of 25 and 0 for the value of y-axis. So make sure your graph, you need to use uniform scale. Show it to you here, uniform scale. Because some of you, your scale suddenly is not the same. Okay, for example, make sure you draw using ruler also. Now I'm not going to use ruler because I need to make it fast. Okay, for example, I draw it here and here. This is the x-axis. X-axis must have 0 to 50. So if I replace, I and not this as 0. Sorry, 0 is from here. This is 10, 20. So you can see my unit here. 2 boxes represent 10. 2 boxes represent 10. I cannot simply suddenly, this one is 25. And then this one becomes 30. You don't simply add on like that. And then simply this one becomes 40. So that is what I mean by not uniform. Okay? Some of you, for example, this one you put 10. But then after that, this one you put 30. So you see the difference over here is 10, but then the difference over here is 20. So it's not uniform. So make sure your scale is uniform is very important. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this off. I refill again. So start with 0. I'm going to use 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, 50 is too much at the end. Never mind, I just extend it. Here, 50. So this is X. And then for the Y, I have 10, 20, 30. I think is enough. So I'm going to plot the first one. X is 0, Y is 25, meaning the coordinate is 0, 25. So 0, 25 is here. And then when X is 50, Y is 0. So it is 50, 0. That's a coordinate. So 50, 0 is here. So lastly, we just need to join them up and then label, make sure everything is labeled. So our graph is done. Okay? So make sure you know how to draw a graph. Those I mentioned earlier that haven't hand in the graph, make sure you hand in your graph. But together with the table of value. Without the table of value, if you hand in the graph, I assume you don't hand in. You haven't hand in because you copy the answer from the back. That's not correct. Okay? So those who already handed in, you don't have to do so anymore. Extra exercise for you today. I want you to do the skill practice of 6.3b. This one, you don't have to do all. Solve the following simultaneous linear equation. I just want you to give me one, I think one or two. Two lah. You give me B and D. This one is from your book, 6.3b, B and D. After you have done it, same thing. Which one is easier for you? Post it into Telegram or post into GC?
Telegram.
GC.
Some say GC. Okay, never mind. I open both. You can send to Telegram. You also can send to GC. I open both. Okay, either one. So I'm going to open a topic for this one later on. So for those who is convenient, you send to GC. You just go ahead. For those who feel convenient with Telegram, you just go ahead. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, class. Do you have any question?
No.